I envision a young Betsy Kling that passionate about weather when she was 10. Everybody should love something as much as joy loves the sky.
Oh.
That's a great story. And on that note, your weather word, I was thinking space.
Sure.
Frontier.
Frontier.
Yeah, because it is the final
That's a good
frontier.
name.
It is the final frontier.
Right.
I knew it wasn't going to be space.
Yeah, right.
How
That'd be
you
too
use
easy.
frontier in the weather, I have no idea.
We'll figure this out.
But
Boy,
you always nail it.
it's been a very relaxing week and a half around here without these weather words. Have to focus on the actual science.
I'm glad I can heighten your stress level.
We're back to the shtick again. It's
Craig.
good. Yeah, it's totally fine, Kevin. All right, let's jump into forecast. We'll get frontier in there. It is good to have you back, Jay. Temperatures, boy, highly dependent on what side of the frontal boundary you are and where you've seen the most rain and clouds. We do have that frontal boundary. Remember, we were talking about it yesterday. It was going to kind of sit and stall across northern Ohio. And here it is. It's muggy for you down in Akron and Canton, but it's also hot. We've got temperatures in the mid-80s right now. Ashland, Worcester, down towards Millersburg. It's been a hot Wednesday afternoon. You get up towards the lakeshore, we're in the 70s, so a little bit cooler with the clouds and some of the showers we've had, but you trade that off with high humidity. All the moisture pooling along that front. It collects along that front, so it feels tropical in our northern counties. Meanwhile, it's just hot with some humidity down towards the south. That difference is also being reflected on radar right now. We've got showers and thunderstorms that have been blossoming along this frontal boundary. Movement of each individual storm is out towards the northeast, but they continue to develop along that line. Trumbull County seen some heavy rain near the Cortland area over towards Brookfield over the last hour or so. We've got some showers starting to pop up now. No lightning with these, but decent downpours just north of Medina, heading up into the Hinckley area, Peninsula, about to get some heavier rain. And then by and large, the most instability on the whole entire map of Ohio right now is right in this area, Erie and Huron County. So we do have some lightning as these storms get going now, getting ready to head out towards Sandusky, the islands. Port Clinton about to get some heavy rain here over the next 5 to 10 minutes. The frontal boundary, it's stalled out, not just for us, all the way back up into the upper Midwest. You get the train tracks. I keep saying that because it just kind of puts it into perspective of where these storms go, and those tracks lay right over northeast Ohio. So you can see what I put on here is atmospheric energy, and we do have some. There's enough reason for that air to lift and poof up some showers and thunderstorms. As this big complex moves in, it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens with that. But they also have atmospheric energy here. In fact, the National Weather Service in Chicago has put out an alert for potential strong tornadoes, EF2 or greater, over the next couple hours as this cluster of supercells gets going. That does include downtown Chicago. You can see where the risk is. Most of it is west of us. That's good. But we're going to have to keep an eye on those storms. Models with this kind of pattern are notorious for not knowing what's happening. So I'll show you and kind of put a meteorological spin on what I think is going to happen with this. So we deal with some showers and thunderstorms around here with your National Zymark hour-by-hour forecast. But notice this large cluster of storms that brings through here, 11 o'clock and midnight. I don't agree with this at all. The models have this about 5 hours early. I think this will be further to the west. But what it's picking up on is that Chicago activity. So that's what we'll have our eyes on this evening. That may roll in across our northern counties in that boundary overnight tonight. Will it be at 11 p.m.? I don't think so. I think it'll be a little bit later than that. We'll see if later model runs grab onto that. But either way, we do have showers and thunderstorm chances tonight. Tomorrow we'll have some sunshine. It'll be another hot day, but we'll pop a couple more storms as we go throughout the afternoon. Some of those capable of heavy rain. We could have some severe weather with that as well. In terms of rainfall chances, we'll take a little break on Friday. How about that? Saturday it comes on back. Sunday it kind of dips a little bit, back on Monday, and then we finally clear this pattern out. Humidity will be high until then. Notice the drier air next week. But if you're looking out on your land or your frontier and you're thinking, boy, it really hasn't been a hot... I think I pulled something. I've never done a sidekick. But anyway, if you're looking on your frontier and you're saying it hasn't been a hot summer yet, where is summer? Well, these are typically the hottest days of the year right now through July 16th. It's our highest average. They're also known as the dog days of summer because the dog star Sirius rises just before the sun. Back in ancient times, they thought that dog or the star that rose made things hot around here. We now know it's the sun. Union Home Mortgage 7-day forecasts were in the 80s through the duration of the forecast with various storm chances. We'll have an update on that long term coming up in the next half hour. But overall, a very Floridian pattern continues here in Northeast Ohio.
It's not often we hear him say, I don't agree with this at all.
I like it that when he doesn't agree with the models, and Betsy the same way, they will call them out.
Yeah.
That's what. That's
Doesn't
why we
mean we're right, but we'll see at 11 o'clock tonight.
But
I'm
we
betting on the
appreciate
Matt model. That's what I'm doing.
The
Thanks, Matt.
model.
Mark. Appreciate it.